watching right now.
Okay, bet.
It's a big breaking news day. The federal authorities raided Poole Sheisty's father's house yesterday, but they've now said they have a criminal complaint that charges him, Big 30, his father, and 6 others with conspiracy of kidnapping and robbery. And it all matches back to a story that we heard, but I think a lot of people were like, man, it's got to be cap, because why would this even be a thing? But supposedly Gucci was kidnapped and forced to sign his release papers, and people were robbed in the incident by Poole Sheisty and others. You're the first one who said this shit.
Definitely.
How the hell did you know? Like that's the question, bro.
But I know a couple of the cats that was actually charged on the indictment. I know personally.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. So I got, what I'm saying, I was hit up, when Seti was making conversations, and we was talking about, when he was talking about the jury and shit and all that was a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, so people actually got on live or Instagram and they were showing off the jewelry?
Well, I don't know about that. I heard that. I know that's a rumor, but I'm talking about, we actually spoke with people that had.
I don't feel sorry for a lot of these idiots out here, man, because you have choices, and this guy Poole Sheisty has to be the dumbest person. You spend like a lot of times in your youth trying to prove yourself to other poor people, trying to look good for people who will egg you on. Yeah, be with all that gangster stuff, that real N-word stuff. And then as soon as you get in trouble, they be like, man, that dude's stupid, man. He shouldn't have done that. I don't know why he went down there and done that anyway. But you was the one egging it on. You was the one celebrating that, the underbelly of our culture, right? So now everybody's criticizing, a lot of these so-called real N-words is now criticizing Poole Sheisty and saying he's stupid, right? When y'all celebrate the culture, that's what that music is about. It's about unaliving each other. It's about putting each other down. It's about disrespecting your brother and your women and all that kind of stuff. So now when they actually act out the behavior on it, now everybody act like they don't understand. It's a spell. It's demonic. It's a demonic spell that's designed to keep our people in the basement, right? So now Poole Sheisty, he comes out, and about 4 months ago, he allegedly was supposed to have robbed. Well, they ain't alleged no more because they got the video surveillance footage of it. Rob, him, some dude, Big 30, another rapper. I don't think his father was allegedly in on it, but he was there at the time of the crime occurred, not realizing that Gucci Mane had an off-duty police officer with him, and the stuff that they stole had air tags on it. So everything was tracked. The police went and told, and now you have the feds, you have the state police, you had everybody, man, everybody was on this, man. Now they talking like this.
Brian Rabel, I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Poole Sheisty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be soon. The complaint alleges that on January 10th of this year, 3 music industry professionals traveled to Dallas for a scheduled business meeting. Lontrell Williams Jr. arranged this meeting purportedly to discuss the terms of his recording contract with one of the victims. As alleged, once these 3 men were inside the recording studio, Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover. As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping. The ringleader of the conspiracy, Lontrell Williams Jr., was on home confinement at the time of the offense, as alleged, for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the Southern District of Florida. Towards the end of his prison sentence, he had been granted home detention. Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims.
So now everybody's saying that Gucci Mane is telling, and he's saying that it's all in the paperwork, right? It's all in the paperwork. So you have here, right, BP identified an individual he knew as Damn Fool 375 as present during the offense and described his physical appearance and clothing. Investigators located the Instagram account Damn Fool 375 and an associated Facebook account featuring photographs with Williams Jr. Wright and other target suspects. Investigators matched Rogers' state identification photograph to the individual depicted in these accounts. Man, oh man, these dudes got to be the dumbest dudes, man. Our surveillance footage from the offense location, the individual believed to be Rogers can be seen exiting the building, carrying what appears to be the Louis Vuitton bag VM reported stolen on January 15, 2026. Rogers posted a video on Damn Fool showing him wearing a Rolex GMT Master Batman Rolex with oyster steel band that appears visually similar to the watch stolen from MM, man, who provided investigators and with photographs and receipts and the serial numbers for the stolen watch. Additional posts on Damn Fool 375 show Rogers wearing shoes. Man, these dudes, man, shoes similar too. So, man, like these. Then you get over here, you got images of them with the book bag on. Man, those he wore during the offense. So they took his shoes. They got images of the watch. They put it all online. These young guys, man, they just self-snitch on each other. Like it don't even matter. They don't have no sense of street at all. These are pure digital babies, and they're set up to just throw their life away. But them W folks, man, you know who's there to put us all, to put our children in the box. When we make bad decisions, they wasn't done. They were saying this.
The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. In this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document. This case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business. I'm here to say that it is not, and that if you choose to do this, we will, together with our law enforcement partners here and the other ones in the Northern District of Texas, will bring you swiftly to justice.
Now, a lot of people got a problem with Gucci Man, who they say is RD here in this thing, snitching, right? Because they say, you know, he's supposed to be a gangster, but Gucci Man is a civilian now. He's a married man. He's running a label. He's running a business. He's out of the street stuff. He's out of the street life. Like, he's made it out where he's made money. He has his children. He's living a productive life. You guys celebrate. See, the problem is a lot of you guys got a demonic spell on you. You celebrate unaliving and hurting your own people. And it's so bad that you've normalized that. You think it's okay to do this. And then the sad part is you do this to your own people, then you got to go stand in front of the W man and get sentenced. And then you got to beg the W man out of jail for you hurting your own people, because you ain't hurting them. See, they got 400 years of hurting us. But we hurt now, but they hurt us. Now we hurting us, right? And then you got to go beg the people whose descendants are the people who hurt us to get out of jail for you hurting us. That's insane. It's insane. So here we go. On January 16, 2026, the AFIS quality latent prints lifted from the crime scene were run through AFIS the same day. DDP forensic fingerprint experts received hit notifications that the latent prints from one red solo cup was identified as the left ring finger of Gibson, and a latent print from another solo cup was identified as the right thumb of Rogers. Right? Identification of the target suspects through Instagram: Williams Jr., Poole Sheisty. MMBP and RD all personally knew Williams Jr., both his legal name and the name under which he performs, Poole Sheisty. Poole Sheisty is a verified verified Instagram account, and the individual depicted throughout the account matches Williams. Man, this dude is dumb. This dude is dumb. Right? AFIS refers to the automated fingerprint identification systems, a digital database maintained by law enforcement that stores and compares fingerprints records. When latent prints are recovered from the crime scene, qualified examiners can submit them to the AFIS, which uses automated matching algorithms to identify potential candidates. A fingerprint examiner then verifies the matches, any matches returned by the system. Man, these dudes are fried. Junior, MM, and RD describe Williams as wearing a black Nike brand Sheisty mask, black hooded shirt, black pants during the offense. An online search of Williams Jr. matched the individual depicted throughout Poole Sheisty. Man, this is insane. This is insane. Williams Sr. Mob Ties Global. Man, the victims identified Williams Sr. Instagram account as Mob Ties Global. Photographs of the account refers to Williams Sr. and Williams Jr. as father and son. Man, MM, BP, and RD all identified Wright, a well-known hip-hop artist, also known as Big 30, as present during the offense. MM and RD identify his Instagram account as CO Big 30, which is verified by Instagram. The account contains photographs of Wright and Williams Jr. and Waters in the investigation. Man, these dudes are dumb. These dudes are dumb, man. They just, I mean, it's just insane the level of stupidity from that a lot of these guys will go to. And this ain't over, right? So now they're calling Gucci Man a rat, right? But you didn't just rob him. You robbed people that was with him as well, and also an off-duty police officer. So what did you expect him to do? Then they alleged that you got him to sign his rights away, sign a contract where he would sign you out. Where you think he was going to, where he could have took you to another label and got millions of dollars. I mean, to sign you over to another label. You think that he was just going to let that go? Nah, he went over there and told him what happened. Right? Because that officer was already telling, and the other people involved was already telling. And the dumbass dudes that you had with you that did the robbing told on themselves by going online and posting everything online for other people to see, because y'all got to be seen so much. In my day, we ran from the cameras. Y'all run to the cameras when you committing crimes, felony crimes. And the time now when you got Trump as the president and they talking about law and order, oh, it's a wrap. And he was already on home confinement, it's over. He can cancel Christmas for a long time. For a long time. But again, y'all want to be real N-words, man, that's on you. I don't feel sorry for you at all. At all. Because you out here harming other black people. Right? And you celebrate music that celebrates harming other black people, and you think it's normal. You don't think you got a demon on you. You think it's normal. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Some of y'all gonna say, well, y'all old heads are hypocrites. Y'all did the same thing. Yeah, you right, we did the same thing. That's why we lived long enough with enough wisdom to know what was wrong. And we try to warn you, because they not giving y'all the second chances that maybe some of us got. Y'all ain't getting them. So you can be hard-headed and think you know better. Oh, well, you'll be begging the white man to let you out. But what I know, man. Hit that like button, leave your comments, and remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.